addressed.
And like what kind of concerns from the movie Vaxxed?
The methodology, or how the studies were conducted, or analyzed via statistical methods. So that needs to be addressed. How the statistical significance was undermined by omitting some people from the study that would have made those.
Yeah, the movie has a timeline. They can only reveal so much, and then it also becomes boring.
No, it's not boring at all. It's just it brought up some very good points.
Like what kind of points?
Well, the one about the methodology of that one CDC study that we know showed that there could be a significance based. I say could be because that's what the movie purported to say. I have not looked at the documents. I have not done. Looked at it myself, but if any of those things are true, that raises some major concerns, and they should be looked at, and an independent investigation should be conducted.
And the movie mentioned that these men shouldn't go to prison. There should be something much.
Well, I think we shouldn't.
Stronger.
We should be still a just society, and we shouldn't be barbaric and murder these people, but we should deal with them by maybe just throwing them in prison for the rest of their life. But we can't, jump to the conclusions just based on what this one will be said, which was very biased.
Well, the whole system needs to be revamped seriously. They don't even do double-blind studies when they make their vaccinations to see if they work or not.
Okay, we're talking about this particular movie and vaccines. I think we need to just stick with that, and we need to stick with just addressing the methodological concerns that are brought up by that Dr. Thompson, who was one of the scientists involved in the vaccination study, and also seeing if there's a difference between rates of autism between the unvaccinated population and a vaccinated population. That has not been done, so you can't really make any conclusions based on that fact of whether vaccines are good or bad, or maybe you can.
Well, Jonathan, you're alive and well, and you were not vaccinated. Well, you and your brothers were not.
Well, let's look at this very systematically, okay? And I think we have to think about it long and hard. And right now, I would not have my kids vaccinated like they are today.
That's what I want to hear. My grandchildren will not be vaccinated.
But what I will say to them is I will probably get them vaccinated later on in life when their immune systems have fully developed. And yeah, so.
But if the threat's not there, why do it at all?
Because the threat could be very possibly there. For
it's people. Like the boogeyman is around every corner.
Well, if there's, like, as the movie said, a person, first 3 years of life is 7 times more likely to develop autistic symptoms. But after that 3 years, they're much less likely. So.
Why would you want to put toxins in your child's blood and body anyway?
Why would I like my kid to get polio and die of some disease that hasn't, been existing?
Polio, the whole story about polio is all false. You need to look up the accurate, correct history of the polio disease and vaccination.
All right. Well, I would like to look at that. Look at a relevant and highly authoritarian and authoritative, I should say, source, a scholarly source of that history, and not do a YouTube video that is trying to advance one bias in favor of another, sarcasing another bias.
Okay, Jonathan, when you had your brain tumor and we took you to the doctor because of your paralysis on your, was it your left side?
Right side.
Right side. The first thing the doctors asked me is, what vaccination did he have?
So back then, they actually did believe that, a lot of it was up in the air whether vaccines caused autism, and there wasn't a set in stone kind of research paper that's come out. And
that was 25 years ago, and they were thinking that, and they were highly suspicious.
This is before that study came out that had all those methodologies.
Now, I bet you the orangutans are vaccinated.
Probably, but
look at that guy. I wonder if they have autism.
Yeah.
Anyway, this concludes our quick interview here as my son Jonathan Sloan discusses with me the most recent movie that just came out today in Sacramento called Vaxxed. Very wonderful, controversial movie. I am so glad it came out.